Hi, David Reed. David Reed is, of course, the publisher of the Triton, and he has been the publisher for the last 6 years, building this publication into what we've heard is the Bible for the captains and crew in the yacht industry. Would you agree with that assessment?
I think that's a pretty good assessment. I will take accolades whenever they're available. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, how did you get to that point?
I actually started in the industry I grew up on a sailboat, and we started this paper 6 years ago now, and it's one relationship at a time. There's a wall outside here that has captain's luncheon that we do once a month, and about 10 captains a month. So over 6 years, it's an awesome picture if you can photograph that.
What have you grown to in terms of size of circulation these days?
We're at approximately 60 pages. We have an email list of 13,000 people, and our website had 26,000 unique visitors last month.
And you do special events?
Yes, we do a bunch of events, actually. Twice a month we have networking events. About 200 or 300 people come to those. Businesses, captains, crew, chance to socialize, have a drink together. It really is a great mixer. And then we have a party right before the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, which we had 3,000 guests at last year. And then this next year we're going to have one that's actually going to be a beer fest. We think that would be fun, Oktoberfest.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you think the value is to the reader? What do they find in your publication?
What they find are technical stories about advance notice of arrivals, customs, immigrations, and then for engineers and chefs, there's stories that relate to their jobs, to help them do their jobs better.
Now, I know you know a lot of captains, and you're around them. Tell us about how they are the decision maker or the influencer to the owners on many different areas.
Well, as we discussed earlier a little bit, they're like their own CEOs. They have a multi-million-dollar budget in most cases. Use 10 to 15% of the value of the boat for the budgeting. Give you an idea of how much money each boat is spending. A friend of mine was just in town on a 172-foot vessel, and they spent $3.5 million on a refit here in Fort Lauderdale. So.
Well, today everybody's talking about Twitter and Facebook and all the social media. Are you getting into that as well?
We actually did a survey just to find out where captains and crew in this industry is in them. There's about a 50% usage of Facebook amongst our readers, and then from there it went down 25% for Twitter, and then LinkedIn was half of that again. So Facebook was definitely where the social media is at the moment, but I'm not yacht captains and crew. I think there's a problem putting out too much information on them, especially when you have such high net worth individuals that own the boats.
Yes, and then you have an internet information technology specialist now that's working with you to do more in the future. Is that right?
That's correct. We're focusing on being able to get the boat and the crew, so you know where the boat, what boats the crew have worked on before. You can hire crew based on that, or captains.
Well, our thanks to David Reed for bringing us up to date, and we'll look forward to some future visits like this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen.